What to sell? Lesson 4. Ways to evaluate your product viability and profitability. What this simply means is that you need to evaluate if the product you are trying to create is viable, and then if it is profitable. You don't want to create a product nor enter into any market that is not profitable or that will not be profitable. How successful will this product be? How viable will it be? You must consider that before creating or entering any market. Now, what is market viability? Market viability is the assessment of the financial potential and feasibility of a specific market for starting a business. Viability analysis allows you to evaluate the profitability and sustainability of entering that market. Like I said, you must know the market viability before entering into it. How successful will you be in this market? There are things that you can have a foresight of during your research. That's why it's very, very important for you to conduct your market research before entering into any kind of market, be it on the online space or on the offline world. This product that you want to create, is it physical product or digital product? You must understand that if it is physical product, is there any other thing that I need to consider before creating this product? Is the product going to be viable? Now, here are the key needs that you need. Here are your key needs: the market size and target audience. You need to assess whether the market is sufficiently large to accommodate new sellers and has room for potential growth. If you can understand their purchasing power and willingness to pay, it will help you determine if your pricing aligns with their affordability. So if you check this very well, you know that we've talked about it in the past. We've talked about it in the previous lesson, right? After carrying out your market research, you will know if it's a market that you can enter. And then once you enter into it, you know, okay, if this, before you enter into the market, you know if the market has room for potential growth. Then you also need to understand the purchasing power of your target audience. Will they be able to afford your product? Will they be able to afford your product? Because you don't want to create a product that they won't be able to afford, which leads us to the next point that says cost analysis. Analyze the cost structure associated with the product, including manufacturing or production costs, marketing expenses, packaging, and any other relevant costs. Determine if the selling price can cover these costs while still allowing for a reasonable profit margin. You don't want to create a product for a higher price and then you are now selling it for a lower price. No, that's going to be a disaster. You soon get out of the market. You must know the amount it costs you to create that product. So that will help you know the price to place on that product, right? It will help you know the price to place on that product. And then don't forget that once you create your product will not sell itself. You need to market and advertise your product. So all of these expenses needs to be considered before putting a price on that product, be it a physical business or the online business. So that's why you must conduct your analysis very, very well. You must conduct your analysis. And then will this my target audience, will they be able to afford this product? You don't want to create a product that they won't be able to afford, right? Now, pricing strategy and profit margins. Consider the pricing strategy for the product. Evaluate if the proposed price is competitive and attractive to customers while still generating profitability. Determine if the market offers sufficient profit potential to sustain your business. You don't want to create a product and then, or you don't want to enter a market and in the next few months you are out of the market because the market is not profitable. We all enter into business in order for us to make, or one of the reasons for us to make what? To make profit. So when you enter a business or you enter a market and then you're not making profit, that means you soon get out of that business, you soon leave that business, you soon stop producing that product because it's not profitable. So you must consider this very, very well. Then another one is risk assessment. You need to identify potential risks and challenges that could impact the product's viability and profitability. Evaluate factors such as market saturation, regulatory issues, technological advancement, and changing customer preferences. Develop strategies to mitigate these risks and build contingency plans. Weed out markets that are too small, excessively competitive, or have customers who cannot afford your prices. We talked about affordability the other time and then the previous lesson. That's why you need to have different products for a solution. That is, different products of different prices for a particular solution or for a particular problem. So that those who cannot afford this, they will be able to afford this. You have option. And if you feel that okay, to create that option won't be the best advice for you, then you go with creating maybe probably just one product, but that means you'll be targeting some set of audience. You'll be targeting another set of audience, people who will be able to afford your product. Then you don't get into a market that is too small. If the market is too small, or you are the only one offering that product, you are the only one in that market, that means no competition means no market, and no market means no sales. That means you are out of business, or you'll be out of business. So you want to enter into a market that has some level of competition. The competition brings about growth. You see that okay, this person is doing this, and then is growing. You also you want to follow suit so that you can grow in your business, you can grow in making sales, you can grow in your business, right? So that is how it's supposed to be. So if there will be any need for regulatory issues, you must be up to date. In technology wise, you must also be up to date. You must be up to date about your business. You don't want to get outdated about the current events. That's why you must follow market trends. And then what are the things changing in the consumer preferences? All of these things you must also get to know about. So that you can develop strategies to mitigate this risk and build contingency plans. You don't know if they will probably happen, but in case if it happens in the nearest future, you've already prepared for it, right? So that is what it means for you to continue to evaluate your product viability and profitability while entering a particular market. All right. So see you in the next lesson.